Today I'm going to talk to you about neuromuscular degeneration and what it means for anyone. Imagine you've had trauma, or you've been sitting in an office for the last 30 days, haven't had time to do exercise because you've been flying in the planes and having meetings. So when we normally do activity, when we walk, when we swim, when we go to gym, our muscles send information to our brain, to our sensory cortex. In our brain we have a sensory cortex and we have a motor cortex. And both of these cortexes, they receive information and they send information. And it's very important that they continue doing both activities. So imagine that you haven't been doing any activity for a while, let's say for the trauma or because you've been working hard. Your muscles will actually send less and less signals to your sensory cortex in your brain. What that means then is that your sensory cortex will become less and less active. It will, in turn, it will start sending less and less information to the motor cortex. And as a consequence, the motor cortex gets lazy. And if you didn't know, I'm going to tell you now that when neurons cease to work, or when they become lazy, when they fire less frequently, they start degenerating, just like a muscle tissue you've seen. The muscles they wither. Just the same way the neurons they wither, they become weak, they become unhelpful, and as a consequence, imagine that you don't get the information from the muscle through the spinal cord into your brain, into the sensory cortex, from the sensory cortex into the motor cortex. The motor cortex goes to sleep, and actually you will start losing the amount of the neurons and the ability of the neurons to then fire back into the muscles, into the ligaments, into your brain, even into other areas of your brain, such as cognitive areas where your thoughts are and where your personality lies. So activity is not only important on a point of view of being fit or looking good, feeling great, but it is important neurologically on a structure of the brain as well. This is beautiful here in Dubai, isn't it? And you could just easily lie down for a couple of weeks, like happened to me now. 24 hours we've been just relaxing. But as soon as we go home and see our little kids, we're gonna go and do some exercise. If you have any concerns regarding these issues, if you don't know what to do, please send me an Instagram message, send me an email. I'll be happy to explain this even more detail to you. Thanks.